Good weekend. Ira Epstein with your weekend edition of your metal market wrap-up, and this is for Sunday, the 23rd of February, 2025. We're about 6:20 p.m. I want to start this off by saying I'm not going to be doing these updates in the evening from Monday through Thursday. I will be back with you next Friday. That's when we'll be able to do them again. All right. This was a scheduled time off for me. So just wanted you to be aware of it. I have another scheduled one later in March. It's not that far away. And then I'm here until midsummer. So, I don't take off many times. And often when I'm gone, I try to do these without me in them. If I'm able to, I will. You'll get that if you check the website as we put out things. All righty. So you're down about $4 tonight in the gold. Silver's close to unchanged, down a fraction in the copper market and up a little in the platinum. Okay, dollar index getting 25 lower right now. Most currencies are getting a good rally at this point against the US dollar, and it was a wild day on Friday. As you know, the stock market completely let go, and we had one of the biggest breaks we've had, well, certainly the biggest break of 2025, and on a daily chart, it looks like trade tops. I didn't say a permanent top, but a trade top came in off of a lot of the reactions, all right? You'll see that as we go into the other markets. Now, tomorrow you're going to get the Chicago Federal Reserve National Activity Index. Last month's was up 0.15. Dallas Federal Reserve, their monthly regional manufacturing for February outlook, that comes out at 14.1. I talk about in the financial market, I won't repeat it all here, Ukraine, Israel, and the confusion that's happening with Musk demanding that all federal employees send in an email about what they do, and if they don't do it by tomorrow, he takes that as their resignation. Okay, and then we've also gotten, as you know, hey, if you don't come into the office tomorrow in many departments, you're fired there too. There's a lot of, they want to get rid of people and they're playing very rough. Is it legal? Is it fair? Is it in the best, how do I put this? The best purpose for America with on a regular email having Departments of Defense, Department of Justice, I can go on and on. State Department having their employees write on an email the things they've done over 2 weeks? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So we will see just how that all works out. All right. There are things that I understand what he's trying to accomplish as a businessman, but you also have to take into account this isn't a private corporation, number one. Number two, you're dealing with the good of all of America. You're dealing with a lot of complex issues that are not corporate in nature. So Musk coming from his background, and we have a president that's a businessman, I think somebody has to get hold of them a little bit and say, we have national security issues. Is this well thought out? Period. Maybe there's a better way to do it. End of my political thing. I know a lot of you hate that, but you have to pay attention if you're trading futures. If you don't, you're going to get yourself into trouble. It's not my view on politics, it's what they're doing. End of discussion. You didn't hear me say it's right or wrong. Just said what it is. All right. So when you look at the gold market for the month, it's a pretty great month, up 4.45%. When we look at the market, how it's doing, it's finishing up. If it were to close right now, even with the $4, it would be the highest weekly close that the market's had. When we look how the market's come up, it's still the highest high that the market has done so far. Same thing over here as we look at the swing lines. It's extended, no question about it. It's a vertical rise where every single week has had a higher high than the prior week so far. That'll change as we get along with the week, understand that. Support's way down, $200 an ounce if you were to go to the 18-week average, all the way down to 27.25. And the market's fighting at the Bollinger Band, so I can make reasons why it should get back inside of it. No change that I'm seeing there. When you look at the slow stochastics, we're overbought. On a weekly chart, you are not embedded. When you look at the gold-silver ratio, it is just staying over the 18-week average. As long as it does that, gold is stronger than silver on a weekly basis. The daily flipped around on it, but not the weekly. When we look at silver, 2 weeks ago, it got up to the upper Bollinger Band and it's pulled back. It is still overbought, but in an overall uptrend. The copper market did the same and it's correcting now. We can see that. It might fall back into the 427.90 level. We're waiting to hear also what's going to happen from China. They're supposed to come out with their game plan. Platinum on the weekly chart has fallen. I'm sorry, the daily chart has fallen into support. You just might do that into the 18-week average, the right here in red, the green is the 100 and the gray is the 200. So a little lower, you're into an awful lot of support. And in the dollar, you're trying to break down again tonight, down nearly 28 points. If the market were to really let go, this is a possibility. I'm not saying it's probable right now, but the break is happening as in my report I was trying to predict. So again, if you'd like to see my report on the dollar, it goes off tomorrow. Sorry about the background noise, just came out of nowhere. And as you can see, you will see that I cover this market on seasonal charts, price counts. I go into detail on 5-year charts, 10-year, 50-year, talk about what's impacting the markets right now, where that's all going for you. So how do you get this? You go to iraepstein.com. On the top left, you will see it says in bright green, currency report. Give it a click. Hope you enjoy it. It goes off tomorrow from the website. There'll be an icon up here you can click as well. I'm Ira. Have a great 4 days away from me, and I'll catch you on Friday.